Hey guys, Legendary Banj here, and I know it's been a while, but I'm finally back. Super Smash Bros. 3DS has been officially released in Japan, and everyone's been getting their hands on it with multiple YouTube videos circulating. Myself, I'm going to wait till the official release in the US, but if you don't want any spoilers, please don't watch anything past here. Okay, so everyone knows by now, this is the infamous ESRB rating leak, and here every single character in the 3DS has been shown, and the reason why everyone's been saying this is every character is because once you unlock the last character, it tells you you've gotten every single character in the game. Just looking at this is a sigh of relief to see Falco and Jigglypuff coming back. I knew they were going to come back, but you know, a lot of characters haven't made it back, such as Ice Climbers, Lucas, Wolf's a huge one for me. And sadly, Snake hasn't been back, and he was my second best character, but I guess this is the way it goes. In terms of new characters, I am so happy to see my prediction of Bowser Jr. and Dark Pit being on here. One thing that's really getting me riled up is everyone is saying, why is Dark Pit in this game? Dark Pit's the worst character ever made. Dark Pit's trash. And it's just complaining about another clone character and that their picks haven't been put into the game. The way the game works is just because a clone gets in, doesn't mean it takes place of another character. If Sakurai feels like putting in this character, he'll put him in, but there's no substitutions, which people need to understand. And second off, this is Sakurai's game. You can't tell him which characters he can and cannot put. And in Kid Icarus Uprising, Dark Pit was a huge part of the game, and he's individual in so many ways. And yes, he is a mirror of Pit's movesets, but because he's slower and stronger, it just leaves so much potential for him to be one of the best characters. So people are complaining about Dr. Mario and Lucina also being clones of Mario and Marth, but I absolutely love this. Sometimes you need clone characters. Just look at Falco. He's always been a top tier character. Everyone loves him. Fox is amazing, and he's a good contrast to Fox for people who like to hit harder and slower. And people keep on holding Sakurai to the point that he said there's going to be no clone characters. You need to realize the thing about Sakurai is anything he says doesn't have to be true. There's been multiple cases where Sakurai goes against his own word. He said no clone characters. Look, there's clone characters. Just because he says something doesn't mean it's going to happen. Moving on to the character that I'm most excited to see on this list is Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt, Dog, and Duck as a team, they were originally enemies and now they're working in tandem. I absolutely love this idea, and a lot of people are against it because they don't think he's a core character, but this is just what Nintendo needs. Look at Pac-Man, he's not even part of this franchise and he made it into the game. Game & Watch, Rob, they're great retro characters that no one would have ever predicted being in the game, and now Duck Hunt carries the torch, and I've seen gameplay of him and he may be the best character in the game. The way he plays and how you could use him is so varied, it's ridiculous. Now that we got new characters out of the way, let's talk about the number one thing that's going on. Everyone is fully convinced that this is the full roster, and I understand why. Like I said before, the unlockment says you have unlocked every character in the game. Guess what though? Sakurai is the biggest troll on the face of the planet. I mean, my first piece of evidence is let's just look at the character select screen. If you look to the left of Ness, to the right of Lucina, to the left of Shulk, and to the right of the random boxes, there's still open spaces. And let's carry this argument out more. Look to the left of Shulk. You could literally see a geometric perfect box for another character. It just doesn't make sense that they would leave that much open space in the game. Another thing that people are saying that really just doesn't make sense is Dr. Mario, Dark Pit, and Lucina are next to each other because they're all clones. They've never categorized people like that before. And look at Marth, Ike, and Robin all next to each other. You're really going to tell me they're not going to put Lucina there? If you even look at the end of the aisle, Little Mac's there, and there's no one else from his franchise. Well, at least yet. So it would make sense to naturally move him down and put her there, or you could put Dark Pit there to also fill it up. It works out either way. In the first Smash Bros. Game, every single character slot is filled. On either side for Brawl and Melee, there's about one box open, which is space, but it's not as much space as 3DS. My second piece of evidence is this article that says Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS file size is 2.1 gigabytes, according to Japanese packaging. Now, 2.1 gigabytes for a 3DS title is absolutely astronomical. That is half the size of the 3DS XL memory card. And you're gonna tell me that's just filled with trophies and stages? I think otherwise. My final point is that if you do all the characters in the 3DS and leave none for the Wii U, there's no excitement, and they need to sell Wii U's. There needs to be a selling point, and that will be other characters. Both games have the same characters, so I feel like when you connect the 3DS to the Wii U version, you're gonna get all the other characters. So, what characters are left in the game? It's really hard to say, but there is some characters I feel will be in this game, but no one's 100% at this point. Everyone has a good chance of being in the game, but with Duck Hunt Dog, I really don't know where Sakurai will go with this game, but I'll say a few people I think will be in the game. First off, each row is 9, so I'm predicting there will be 54 to 60 characters, if there are more characters. It's been a huge year for Luigi, and that's why I believe Dr. Luigi has a chance of making it into the game. This game is so new, it came out about a year ago, December 31st, 2013, and Dr. Mario made it into Smash Bros, so what the hell, Dr. Luigi has a chance of also making it in. My second guess is Mewtwo. Don't sleep on him, lurking in the game's data, he is definitely hiding somewhere. He'll be tremendously hard to unlock, just like how he was in Melee, and just wait on it. He's gonna be in the game. He's had a huge year with 2 Mega Evolutions plus a movie, and I'm just gonna say this matchup will happen. My third prediction is Cranky Kong. A lot of people have been talking about Dixie Kong being the secret character in this game, but Cranky Kong was in Tropical Freeze, and I feel like it's such a throw-off. If you unlock him, it would be a crazy experience. I'm still a huge believer in the Chorus Men from the Jamatsu League. I think he'll definitely be in the game. He'll be very hard to find, just like Mewtwo, and I think he'll be a very unique, odd addition to the character roster. Still a major believer in Roy. I think he'll be the 5th Fire Emblem and last character in this game, and it's Roy. Roy's our boy. He's gonna make it into the game, hopefully. He was a DLC in Awakening, and he has a huge chance. Still a huge believer in Sora. He would replace Snake since Snake is gone. He would have kept a mature audience for this game, and he deserves it. He deserves to be in this game, and he'll be in every next-gen console if this happens. Now, my next prediction, and me and my friend T. Mar found, is Von Kaiser. This is a little bit weird, and you're probably thinking, why him out of all the fighters? Well, what if I told you I have substantial evidence of why he might be in the game? There's a secret you probably didn't know about in the Little Mac trailer. Right after it says Super Smash Bros., be sure to pause the screen and look in the background. There's the next fight poster, and on that poster is no other than Von Kaiser. At number 56, we got Lumcar from Xenoblade. And the reason being is at the end of the Shulk trailer for Smash Bros., he was shown at the very end, and I just don't see him as a boss character. I could see his metal phase being his final Smash, and he would be a nice replacement for Wolf. For now, time's gonna be the only thing that tells. Will we get DLC? Are they still secretly in the game? Or is it gonna be a connection between the Wii U that unlocks these new characters? Or maybe I'm just completely wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because this is a very heated subject right now. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and follow me on Twitter. This has been the Legendary Banj. Peace!